Hey, mahal everyone. Welcome back again to the Broadway Sane YouTube channel. I'm your host 40 and we are back with another video on the global version of Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the upcoming character event, which is going to be focused on Final Fantasy IX's EIKO. Now, before I go ahead and start this video, I do want to apologize because normally I'm showing my face in my videos, but I just didn't feel like showing my face at all today. As you guys know, I've had a pretty rough week. I've been dealing with something really personal. It's kind of affected my mood and things like that, and that's why I haven't been able to put out many videos this past week, so I do apologize for that. I was almost not going to be doing this video, to be honest, but with all the kind words and support that I get from you guys, I was like, why not? Why not give you guys something? So here we go. We're going to be talking about the EIKO event, and as always, right after the event details that I provide, I will be showing you guys some gameplay for the EIKO event with a JP account that my friend lets me borrow. I do want to give a shout out to, I forgot his name, but there's a member of my Facebook group that was able to get me some of the information for this event, so shout out to you. I forgot your name, so I apologize, but I am very grateful for that. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the banner that is going to be coming out for the EIKO event. So the banner is going to be featuring not only EIKO, but also Bartz and Ida. So if you guys are looking to get Bartz and Ida's weapons, well, then there you go. You have a chance to get their weapons as well. So we're going to be getting the 5-star Priest Racket for EIKO. It increases the duration of her HP regeneration ability for the HP Regen, and it also applies a small attack and small brave up to targets for 12 turns. So that's pretty nice. And then we also get a chance to get her 4-star air racket and her 4-star anklet. Bartz's 5-star chocobo blade, we're all very familiar with that by now, is going to be featured at a rate up. It increases his double hand abilities damage. We also get a chance to pull for his 4-star brave blade and his 4-star green beret. And then for Ida, we have her 5-star Spharai, which increases her snap punch abilities brave damage and extends the buff duration that she gets after she uses snap punch. We also get a chance of having her 4-star Fist of the Sixth and 4-star Woolen Shirt at a rate up. What are my thoughts on the banner? So EIKO honestly is a pretty cool support unit. However, by the time that she comes out, we already have some really good support units, especially that function around a Brave Battery sort of a mechanic. So if you really like EIKO, definitely the prize of this banner is going to be her weapon. Bartz is okay, and so is Ida's. I kind of want to say that they're a consolation prize, but they're not bad. So I would recommend, if you could hold off, cool, but especially if you're free to play. But if you absolutely like these characters, why not? And again, I forgot to mention, the names for these weapons are subject to change because these are coming straight from the JP version. So they may change these names a little bit, who knows, but it's not going to affect the statistics or abilities or things like that. Let's go ahead and move on here. So we're going to be taking a look at the event itself, which is called Small Summoner. So just like with any other event, we get to unlock the new character after clearing the event conversation following clearing event stage 1. We also have access to EIKO's exclusive 35 CP 5-star gear called Angel's Earrings upon clearing stages 3 and 5 only. And remember, we get maximum up to 2 copies. So EIKO is a support unit with 2 different Brave Battery mechanic abilities. One of them focuses on healing, and the other one focuses on a light magic spell. And we're going to get onto that when we talk about EIKO a little bit more here. So a little bit about EIKO. She is a support character. Her crystal affinity is light. Her crystal affinity, is light. Those are her statistics. So right off the bat, upon looking at her level 1 and level 50 stats, what stands out to me is that her HP and defense is actually quite good for being a healer, sort of a support unit. That's actually pretty good. Her initial brave and her attack are also, a little bit on the higher end, especially for the kind of unit she is. Where she kind of falters is her max brave. As you can see, it only hits 1300 at level 50-50, so that's a little bit low, but then again, she is a support unit and all of her other stats make up for it. So she's not bad statistic wise, especially for being such a small little girl. Her stats are pretty good. So she gets 2 abilities, which is HP Regeneration and Holy Smite. So both of them have a Brave mechanic ability attached to it. So the first one grants the HP Regen to all allies for 6 turns. So that's pretty cool. It's very similar to Penelo's HP Regen. However, the difference with EIKO's is that she also adds Brave to all allies, equivalent to 1 times of her own initial Brave. And it does come with 3 uses. So that's pretty cool. So she not only provides a heal over time for the party, but she also gives them a little bit of a brave up, just in case everybody's brave is low. So that's pretty nice. And then her second ability, Holy Smite, deals light elemental brave magic attack damage, and then a portion of the damage dealt that she deals with this ability is added to all allies. So again, it has a brave mechanic, sort of a function there. So that's really nice that she has, you know, a brave battery mechanic attached to both of her abilities. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the passives she gets. So that's a list of her passives. HP Regen Life reduces turn delay on HP Regen ability. Very useful because upon using HP Regen, if you don't have this passive, her turn is not going to come until a little bit later. So this reduces the delay on that. Buff speed. Any type of passive, I always say, that manipulates speed, that especially when it's a speed increase, is always good because speed is great in this game. It allows you to take your turn sooner. The next one, which is Received Heals Up. It's a small increase to effectiveness on received heals. It's okay. Honestly, I don't feel like she really needs that. If you absolutely think that, you know, that HP loss is an issue, then definitely you want to give that to her. But for me, I would recommend passing on that passive after you unlock it, especially once you unlock all the rest. Holy Smite just unlocks the ability, so obviously you're going to want that. Holy Smite Charge increases Holy Smite usage by +1. Great. Any type of passive that increases usage by +1 is always good because it allows us to use that ability more. HP Regen Brave gain, small increase to own Brave after using HP Regen. I believe this passive for me is a little situational. You would want this if you're going to be mainly focusing on using EIKO for support, and you're worried about, you know, am I gonna have enough Brave on her while I'm supporting the party, you know, because she's not gonna really be attacking. So this is where I could see that can come into use. Again, depending on the CP cost, I could see this as situational. So it's up to you guys how you want to use that, but that's just my opinion on it. HP damage Brave gain, small increase to own Brave after suffering an HP attack. Kind of situational. I kind of lackluster too. I wouldn't recommend using this passive, but if you have enough CP left over and you want to use it, you know, by all means, more power to you. HP Regen Charge, increase HP Regen usage +1. Great passive again because it increases the usage of the HP Regen ability. Holy Smite Power, small increase to damage inflicted by Holy Smite ability. This one is actually pretty good. It's definitely going to be useful for the boss of her event, and I will explain that when we talk about the boss. And then her last one at level 50 is Madain's Sari's Protection. So after applying a buff, it extends the duration of all current buffs by 1 turn. So that's actually quite good because when she HP Regen, she's essentially providing a buff. So any buff that's applied to anybody is going to be increased by one more turn. So that's pretty cool. It extends the duration of all other current buffs. All right, so now we are going to talk about the boss, which is the Death Priest and his ghost minions. So what do we need to know about this boss? So the Death Priest will immediately start the battle by turning into a wisp form. So when he's in this form, you can't deal any sort of damage to him. None soever, okay? So in order to break him out of his wisp form, you gotta kill his 2 ghost minions. He will tend to buff himself along with his minions, so be sure to kill them as fast as possible. And upon killing his minions, the Death Priest will be vulnerable to being damaged, but not before increasing his Brave. So you want to use this time to definitely damage him as much as possible, or if you happen to have your summon available, pop that summon right away so you can dish out as much damage to him as possible. And you want to avoid using Dark Elements, so I'm sorry, Dark Knight Cecil fans, you're gonna have to shelve him for now because all 3 of these enemies resist dark damage. However, they are very vulnerable to light damage, so this is why EIKO's Holy Smite is perfect for this event. Now, something that I did not point out in the slides here is that normally these ghost type enemies are resistant to physical attacks and ranged attacks and are only vulnerable to magic. However, these particular ones don't have any sort of resistances, so you don't have to worry about using any sort of physical attack or ranged attack on them. They're all going to take them at a neutral damage, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and discuss a little bit of tips to prepare for this event. So if you haven't already done so, farming up light crystals is good, especially if you're going to be using EIKO, because she does utilize light crystals for her passives and stat buffs. And currently right now, upon the making of this video, before this event comes out, we have a double rate up on all crystal drops for those crystal events. So definitely take advantage of that. And if you have any support items, use that as well, because it'll quadruple the drops, which is really cool. And you obviously want to take advantage of utilizing utilizing Ida, Bart, and Eiko, as they will have a synergy bonus during this event. Now, if you want to opt to using non-synergy characters, ones I'd recommend are Vaughn, because he has light damage with his White Whirl skill. You can also opt to use Laguna, because Laguna is just amazing for his AoE debuffs. And then Cloud is great too for his paralysis. So just in case you happen to kill the minions really fast and you're worried about not being able to kill the Death Priest as fast as you can, you could try to utilize Cloud's paralysis to keep him paralyzed. So then that way you'll have an extra turn to be able to dish out more damage. Now, upon choosing your summon, I'm gonna suggest again Ifrit, because upon the making of this video, mostly everybody has their Ifrit at, you know, either max level 20 or close to that, because he was the first Esper summon event that we got. So definitely Ifrit is still going to be your summon of choice. However, as an alternative, you could use Chocobo, because Chocobo, we can level him up to level 10, and this is because he has an extremely fast summon speed. Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to some gameplay for the EIKO event, so let's go ahead and take a look at some gameplay. Alright guys, well we are here now with the gameplay for the EIKO event. Again, the footage that you are going to be seeing, that I'm going to be showing to you guys, is coming from the JP version of the game, because I am making this video to prepare you guys for the upcoming EIKO event. Again, big shout out to my friend Chris, who allows me to use his JP account, so I can definitely show you guys what's to come for the event. So we are going to be tackling the level 50 stage 5 of this event. The one thing that I want to point out is the two new enemies, which is the Death Priest and his minions. So if you want to take a look right here, the minions itself are weak to light and resist dark, so please do not bring Dark Knight Cecil, as aforementioned before. One thing to note, though, is that they do not resist any sort of other attacks. Normally, ghosts resist physical attacks, but as you can see right there, they don't resist any of them, so that's pretty cool. And then we have details here on the Dark Priest himself. So the Dark Priest, again, just like his minions, is weak to light magic, and Eiko will be very useful for this event, not only because she has the synergy, but because of her Holy Smite attack, which is of the light element. And again, just like its minions, he doesn't resist any other different types of attacks, so don't worry about your physical attacks or your range attacks being resisted by this enemy. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just jump right into here. And again, because this is the JP version of the game, you will see some equipment and some, you know, different abilities and different effects that we may not have yet in Global, but do not worry, we will be getting them in Global regardless. Alright, looks like there's a little bit of a download here, so we just gotta give this a little bit of a wait. Alright, here we go. So the first round is just gonna be triple wolves, nothing too threatening. Alright. So we can already take out the lead wolf. Let's see, let's go ahead and take out A. And I am using the other two characters who have the synergy bonus, who are featured on the EIKO banner, which are Ida and Bart. Alright, and I believe we're going to be running into our first mini-boss. Yep, it's the land turtle. Again, not too difficult. We're going to have some fun here and use some abilities. So we're going to go ahead and use Poison Touch here with Ida. Let's go ahead and use Double Hand with Bart's. Eiko, let's kind of see what Holy Smite looks like. Awesome. So as you can see right there, Holy Smite is really powerful because she deals Brave damage, and then a portion of that damage is added to everybody's Brave. So that's pretty nice. So she can act as an aggressive Brave battery. I really like that. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and HP attack, because this turtle is about to withdraw in his shell. Alright, we're going to go ahead and finish off the land turtle. So it looks like we have some dark skeletons right here. We got B going last, so let's, there we go. Nice. Alright, and we should be getting the... There we go. Alright, this is the boss battle. Alright, there we go. So there's the Grand Priest himself in the middle. and his 2 minions. Now, something to keep in mind, he's going to open up his turn by going into his Wisp's form. So what this means is that you cannot deal any sort of damage to him until his minions fall. But don't worry, the minions themselves don't really have a lot of HP. And I'll show you right here, because we're just going to go ahead and break them right here. Let's go ahead and go with the double hand. And as you can see, they're not resisting these physical attacks, which is pretty cool. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and use Holy Smite. Alright, so it looks like he gave his minions a bit of a buff there, so we're going to go ahead and deal with these minions now before they get a little too strong. So we're going to break that one, and as you can see right there, we can already knock one out. Let's see, who's going next? So we're going to go ahead and... looks like A is going to be acting soon, so we're going to go ahead and take out... or A is targeting Bart, so we're going to go ahead and take out A, I mean. Alright, nice, we got the poison off. Alright. So, let's actually Holy Smite. I don't want to summon just yet. Alright, so we're going to use an HP attack. And I am using Ifrit, and the reason behind this is because upon the making of this video, and in the global version of the game, Ifrit is still the Esper that everybody should have at the highest level because of his event, so that's why I recommend using Ifrit. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we took out his minions, so now he's off of Wisp form, so we can definitely deal damage to him now. So let's go ahead and go with a double hand. Let's go ahead and get that Holy Smite off so we can add to our Brave and also Brave break him. Very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and go with what's that attack called? It's not coming across the top of my head right now. But the multi-hit Brave attack to HP that Ida does. All right. Let's go ahead and go with an HP attack. So this boss honestly is not very difficult. By this time, everybody should have maxed out characters for the global version of this game by the time this event comes out. And even if you are a new player, these synergy characters will be having a synergy bonus with the event, and that also means that they're going to be at a double EXP rate up, so when you use them, they gain double EXP because it is during this event. And there is an event going on right now in Global where we get double crystal drops. So I believe that ends on March 12th, so you guys want to make sure that you take advantage of that. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm going to just do this. I think we need the... Alright, let's do the Holy Smite again since the boss is weak to it. Nice, okay. He's probably going to summon his minions again, but let's just go ahead and HP attack him. Yep, he summoned his minions. Okay. Alright, so we can't kill them, but we could definitely deal with the minions again. Nice. Okay, so it's Ida's turn. Alright, she's not being targeted, so I can go ahead and nuke this one right here. Let's go ahead and just double hand. Gotta take care of this other minion before he... Alright. Boom. And done. So again, this event is not too difficult, but it could be tricky for a newer player that doesn't know how the mechanic works for the Death Priest. Again, just make sure to kill his minions as fast as you can. Pop your summon if you have it available as soon as the minion goes down to deal as much damage as possible, hopefully knocking him out, you know, before the summon ends. And if not, again, the boss is not very difficult at all, especially if you're well prepared. Alright guys, well that is going to be the footage of the EIKO event for you guys for the Stage 5. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider smashing that like button and subscribe if you're new for more Dissidia Opera Omnia content. Once again, I am the Broadway Saiyan, my name is 40, stay tuned for the next video, and mahal everyone.